Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk to you about the upcoming WORLDSLAYER expansion for Outriders. So the things I want to talk about is primarily what sort of content do you think we're getting in this expansion? I have a feeling we're going to get a new character class. I have no idea what it might be. But I think alongside the new expeditions that we've just recently had, I think a new character class would be cool. You go through the story, you level it up, you go into the expeditions, you work through the tiers, and you're not forced into a DPS build. So I think now would be a great time, like when the expansion releases. I think that's going to be a fantastic time to get a new character class in the game. If they would have done it with the timers still in the expeditions, I don't think it would have been as good. I think the removal of the timer from expeditions was the best thing the developers have done for the game. I think it was such a good decision to actually do that because it opens up so much more build diversity. There's so much more variety in what you can do on the game. You don't have to go in as a Devastator and get kicked because you're not outputting enough DPS. I mean, sometimes that will still happen because people within games can just be dickheads. But there's a lot smaller chance of that happening now because you can go in as a Devastator and you can tank. You can set up your build however you want it in the game because there's no timer anymore. So I think a character class would be a very good implementation right now without the timer in the expeditions. There could be some new expeditions that come into the game. We could see even more of them. We could see different formats to them, different structures. They could do some puzzle-based expeditions. They could do, I don't know, they could even bring in some expeditions that are like DPS checks. They could bring in some that require different teamwork and there's different mechanics and stuff. So basically like raid mechanics in expeditions. So you'd go into one and, this is better with a group of 3 players. You have 1 healer, 1 DPS and 1 tank. So you've got the tank taking all the damage, you've got the DPS dealing damage, then you've got the healer. So you'd have to make synergies within different types of builds. I think that sort of stuff would be quite cool to see. It'd probably be very hard to make and it would take a long time. But I mean, they've had a decent amount of time. They've already announced the expansion, so they must know exactly what they want to do with it. So I think it's probably highly unlikely we'll see something like that. But you never know. They could actually release a full-on raid for all we know. So there could also be some new story content. They did say to the players when they announced they could work on future content, they did say they have lots of ideas and they can expand on the story. So we could see a story expansion as well. I think that'd be good, but I don't think they can get away with just doing story stuff. I don't think it's enough. I feel they have to do story and endgame or just endgame. I don't think they could do just story because it's not going to hold any value in the long run. And then they could release a brand new game mode for the end games. It's not just the expeditions. As I said, they could do raids. They could do, they could do horde modes and stuff. There's lots of different things they could do. And I feel they gave us 4 expeditions and a couple of other bits for just a free update. I feel a full-on expansion, they're probably going to charge money for it. But I reckon because they're going to charge money and it's a full-on expansion, if they do charge money, it's not a guarantee they will. They probably will, but it's not a guarantee. But I think with a full-on expansion, they could easily make a lot of content for it compared to just 4 expeditions. And then my final thing that I really want to talk about in this video specifically is how would you guys feel if they made a PvP mode for Outriders? I'm kind of in 2 minds because I feel they could do it because they could do like domination where it's 3 against 3. And they could do different game modes and stuff. There is a lot they could do for PvE content, but I feel they could add PvP. I don't know if it'd be good for the game or not. I think it probably wouldn't be too great. Like, you would have your fans for the PvP side of Outriders, but they haven't had anything in the game so far that's PvP. So I feel just more PvE content, new modes and stuff for players to play would be their best bet, but I don't think it's a 100% bad idea to stick some PvP stuff in there. But as I said, let me know what you think, and we're going to wrap the video up, so let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I will see you in the next video. I hope you guys enjoyed it.